Right. So first, sort of broadly speaking, then, what kind of role has the Canaries COVID-19 project played in the response to the pandemic, and kind of going forward, where will it go in terms of the recovery phase? Where does it go from here?
I think we've been really pleased with the response from the staff. In the initial outset, we wanted to go and help the community as best we possibly can. This was really enhanced by the donation that the players, the executive team, the head coach and the board of directors gave to the foundation, which really allowed the Canaries COVID-19 community project to kind of really take place. So we've been working really hard with the Norfolk Resilience Forums, with local authorities, with local charities, and the team have really done an outstanding job. I think it's around about 2,500 food parcels have been made and delivered, which have up to about 75,000 items within these boxes. There's been activity books. There's been real engagement in terms of telephone calls. But our chance was to help. Our chance was to go and do our bit in the community to engage with the fans and really help those that have been really vulnerable. And the reaction from the staff and people we've been working with, it's been really pleasing. So the initial kind of response phase from when this kind of kicked off middle of March has been brilliant and very rewarding. And we've been quite humbled to see some of the work that people are doing in the community. And now we're moving to the kind of recovery phase where we're looking to enhance that support and support the community where we possibly can.
Yeah, so is that kind of related to the sort of longer term issues from that are resulting from the pandemic and lockdown? Like how are we sort of planning to tackle those?
Yes, very much so. A lot of our programs help with key areas like mental health, working with those that are vulnerably housed, those that are disadvantaged, those that are disabled. So them programs will still continue, but there's going to be an even greater need in this area. And I think the football club, I think the foundation, I think the skills we have, I think the partnerships we can create with a number of different organisations or local authorities can really kind of reach out into the community and help our fans, help those that are not football fans, to make sure that we are helping those with mental health or those that need help returning to work. We want to do our bit, and we believe we've got the skills and the connections to try and help where we possibly can.
Yeah, and as for how this might impact the foundation financially, what are your views on that as a result of the pandemic?
Well, putting things into context, it's really hurt the foundation. There's no doubt about it, as it's hurt many businesses and many charities, in the county and across the UK and across the world. For us, our finance and operations team have been doing an unbelievable job looking at the budgets, looking at the forecasts. But at this moment in time, it looks like we're going to lose £500,000. And £500,000 to us as a charity is just an unbelievable amount of money. But it's also on the back of we're still fundraising for the Nest. We still need around about £100,000 to finish off that project. So for us, whilst our first response was to go and help, and I think that was the right thing to do, we now need to look at how do we make sure we sustain some of our activities. And the loss of £500,000 during a critical time for everybody is real hard work. But in context, in terms of where people are in their life and some of the challenges they've had, we can do nothing but roll our sleeves up to try and respond to it. But any help anyone can give is definitely gladly received.
Yeah, so how could people support the foundation?
I think we've been really lucky and really grateful with people taking part in things like the 2.6 challenge. We've been grateful to people like the Pink and Pickers who have been donating money from the activities they take part in. And we've got a fantastic fans social club that, again, each year have done a number of activities that not only benefit the fans to engage and have some fun, but they've raised some money as well. And I think also it's appropriate to say that we're really grateful for the football club, the executive committee, the board of directors, for including us in the rebate scheme. It's an excellent opportunity, not just the fans, because I believe they've listened to the fans and given the fans three options. One of the options is to kind of take the money back, which we're perfectly entitled to and might need to. One is to our academy that do a great job. But for us to be included as one of them choices, we think we're really lucky. And that may help, if fans are able to donate, that may help us fill that gap of that £500,000 that we're missing.
Yeah. So how have the foundation team found working remotely over the last few weeks, and do you think longer term there'll be changes to how the foundation goes about its work?
We mobilised our staff on March the 13th, and our staff have been outstanding. I'm very lucky. I've got a great group of trustees, a supportive group of Nest directors, a senior leadership team that have showed some skills that we've never seen before. So we've really adapted really well, and I'm really proud of the reaction of the staff, because it's taught us to work in new ways, but the principle was to go and help our community in the first place. But going forward, it's kind of really allowed us to have a good look at ourselves. We'll be more efficient. We'll definitely be more resilient from this. But we'll definitely have more digital programs that virtually connect with all our participants as much as we possibly can. So some of the innovation they've showed, for example, this week we've got over 800 young people taking part on a virtual Norwich City soccer school. We've had Down syndrome Zoom dance lessons taking place. The work the team have done has been outstanding, but we need to help them in their return to work, because I'm sure they're going to have some anxieties like many people around the world. But we're really keen to get back and do what we like doing, and that's helping people through activities.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's not just going to sort of stop because lockdown might be easing or whatever. It's gonna, that sort of work is going to carry on, isn't it, throughout the weeks and months, I guess. Yeah,
one of the things we pride ourselves on is trying to keep up with the demand, and it's nice that people want to take part in activities. You know, it's fantastic that so many people sign up so quickly and run Norwich, because they can challenge themselves and they can help raise money for other local charities. We want to do more in the community, but we've got to react to this in a positive way. And unfortunately, most projects need some kind of income or some kind of funding or finances to make it happen. And we're doing our very best to kind of fill that gap, because, you know, with the Nest is going to help so much in terms of mental health programs, well-being programs, and really making a difference in the community. And our aim is to represent the club as best we possibly can. And we're just excited but chomping at the bit to come back and help where we possibly can. But again, like everybody, waiting on government guidance, waiting for the right things for us to do this. But the team are busy working behind the scenes to put these things in place.
Yeah, and I know you sort of touched on it earlier, but what's your kind of message to supporters who might be able to donate their rebate on Monday?
I think the message for us is really clear. If they're able to donate, please consider us. If they can't do it, it's clearly not a problem, because the three options are quite clear. If they need the money themselves, then please make that decision. But if you think that the other two options, either the academy or the foundation, is the right thing to do, and you're able to do it, then that will allow us to keep some of our programs going that help the vulnerable, that help the disabled, that help the disadvantaged. So if they can help, that would be brilliant. If they can't, please choose the other option.